Have you ever been sitting alone, maybe watching a random video, listening to a song, or just staring at the ceiling, and suddenly tears start rolling down your face? No big event happened. Nobody hurt you. Nothing went wrong, but the tears just come. And the worst part is when someone asks you why you are crying, you have no answer. You just say, I don't know why I'm crying. If this has ever happened to you, I want you to know something right now. You are not crazy. You are not too sensitive. And you are definitely not alone. Millions of people experience this exact thing. And today we are going to talk about what is really happening inside your mind and your body when tears fall for no reason. Let's start with the basics. Crying is one of the most human things we can do. Babies cry the moment they enter this world. And throughout our lives, we cry when we are sad, when we are hurt, when we are happy, and sometimes when we have absolutely no idea why. Scientists and psychologists have studied crying for decades, and what they have found is fascinating. Crying is not just an emotional reaction. It is a biological and psychological release system built into your body. Your body uses tears to communicate things that your conscious mind has not yet processed. So what does it mean when you cry for no reason? The first explanation is emotional buildup. Think of your emotions like water filling a glass. Every day you experience stress, pressure, disappointment, worry, and small emotional wounds. Most of the time, you push these feelings aside, you stay busy. You tell yourself you are fine, you keep going, but those emotions do not disappear. They accumulate quietly in the background, and at some point the glass overflows. The smallest trigger, a song, a scene in a movie, a random memory, becomes the final drop. And your body releases everything at once through tears. This is why you cry watching a simple advertisement. It is not really about the advertisement. It is about everything you have been holding inside. The second explanation is suppressed grief. Many people carry grief they have never fully processed. It could be the loss of a person, a relationship, a version of themselves, or even a life they wanted but never got. Grief does not always look like loud crying at a funeral. Sometimes grief is silent. It hides inside you for months or even years. And then it appears without warning, in the middle of a normal Tuesday afternoon, with no obvious reason. If you often feel a deep sadness that you cannot explain, it is possible that there is unprocessed grief living somewhere inside you that has never been given the space to come out. The third explanation involves your nervous system. When your body has been under stress for a long time, your nervous system becomes hypersensitive. It starts overreacting to small things. A gentle song feels overwhelming. A kind word from someone makes you break down. A beautiful sunset makes you inexplicably sad. This happens because your nervous system is exhausted. It has been running on high alert for so long that even small emotional inputs trigger a full emotional response. Psychologists call this emotional dysregulation, and it is extremely common in people who have been dealing with chronic stress, anxiety, or burnout. The fourth explanation is something called high sensitivity. Some people are born with a nervous system that processes the world more deeply than others. They are called highly sensitive people, or HSPs. Research suggests that about 15 to 20% of the population is highly sensitive. These people feel emotions more intensely. They are more affected by music, art, stories, and human suffering. They cry more easily, not because they are weak, but because their brain processes emotional information on a deeper level. If you have always been told you are too sensitive or you cry too easily, you might simply be a highly sensitive person. And that is not a flaw, it is actually a sign of deep emotional intelligence. The fifth explanation is depression. Now this one is important to hear. Sometimes crying for no reason is a symptom of depression. Many people think depression always looks like extreme sadness or complete shutdown, but depression can also look like emotional numbness interrupted by random crying spells. You might feel fine most of the time and then suddenly feel an overwhelming wave of sadness that disappears as quickly as it came. If this happens frequently, and if it comes with other signs like loss of interest, fatigue, or feeling disconnected from life, please consider speaking to a mental health professional. Unexplained crying can be your mind's way of asking for help. Now here is the most important thing I want you to take away from this. Unexplained crying is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It is a sign that something inside you needs attention. Your tears are not random. They are a message. They are your mind and body saying, hey, something is stored in here that needs to be felt. Something is heavy that needs to be released. Something is hurting that has not been acknowledged yet. So the next time tears come without a reason, do not fight them. Do not apologize for them. Do not tell yourself to stop being dramatic. Instead, sit with it. Ask yourself, what have I been carrying lately? What have I been avoiding feeling? What does this sadness actually belong to? Because your tears always belong to something. You just have to be still enough to find out what. If this video resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear that their tears are valid. And remember, feeling deeply is never a weakness. It is one of the most courageous things a human being can do.